In the midst of our busy lives, it is easy to feel lost, unnoticed, and unimportant. And for many men, the struggle with mental health is a silent battle. It is time to break that silence, to speak up, reach out, and let every man know. Mindful with Tunmise, the podcast presents A Fight for Life, an event dedicated to men's mental health and focuses on suicide prevention. This November, join us in this crucial campaign to raise awareness and save lives because every man deserves to know that he matters. Details coming soon. Hi, mindful partners. How are you? How has the week been? It's a year, a full year that I've been able to bring you amazing conversations, share some musings, personal thoughts and ideas, and bring friends and people, with amazing stories to mindfully with to share the podcast as we try to understand and demystify the ubiquitous term mental health. I remember that about 4 episodes ago, I think the 50th episode, Ola and I were talking about how we need to break down the terms that the terminologies that come with mental health and how this might hamper how we are truly discuss and educate on mental health questions and the difference between mental ill health and keeping or a balanced mental whole being, which is a sort of a holistic thing to do, right? And that's what we've been trying to do in the last 1 year of mindfully, which we should not living mindfully. Living mindfully is about. All right, so welcome to this episode. I can't call it another celebratory episode, but I could say so. But this week, I am not recording from a studio, and I'm recording somewhere far away, very far away from Lagos, and in Akwa Ibom. We will get to that conversation some day and all the things that you gave to me. I would share that someday. But today, I want to talk about something that happened during the course of July. July is the 2nd, I think, to be precise. And I would like to say, maybe call this the hidden wisdom in nonsense. How assumptions can block new understanding. For those who have followed Mindfully with Michelle for a while, you know that I live and I will constantly talk about the four agreements written by Don Miguel Ruiz. And the four agreements, I'll quickly go through them. Agreement number one: to be impeccable with your words. Agreement number two: do not take anything personally. Agreement number three: do not make assumptions. And agreement number four: always do your best. Right? And I call this hidden wisdom in nonsense and how assumptions can block new understanding. Welcome to this mindful musing, if you will, where I try to explore the hidden depths of everyday experiences and uncover the wisdom in the seemingly mundane, of course, things that happens around us. I am Oluwatunmise Oladapo Kuku. Right, today let's dive into a story that I picked up on WhatsApp status that challenges our assumptions and reveals the power of looking beyond the surface. Have you ever come across something that made absolutely no sense to you? Maybe it was a meme, a random post on social media, or even a comment from a friend. Our immediate reaction is often to maybe dismiss it, to judge it based on what we already know. But if what if I told you that this very reaction could be standing in the way of new understanding? Walk with me, as they say these days on social media. Let me take you through a journey that began with a meme that my friend and baby, if you will, Bolu shared with me. At first glance, it was utter nonsense. No punctuations, no grammatical sense, there was no capital, there was no full stop, nothing. And the meme read, life is like a shoe, you cannot drink a cow because the earth is carrot. Life is like a shoe, you cannot drink a cow because the earth is carrot. My immediate response was, Bolu, what is this again? Because trust me, that girl has a lot under her sleeves. It made no sense to me, but intrigued, I posted it on my social media with a caption that said, if you understand this meme, you understand what's been going on in the Nigerian social media space in the past week, because that week was exceptionally interesting in the Nigerian social media space. Not long after I posted that on my WhatsApp status and I posted it on Facebook status. Someone sent me a message, and to my utmost shock, they broke down the meme for me in a way that completely transformed my understanding. Life is like a shoe, it's in sizes and quality grades. You cannot drink a cow, but you can drink the product of the cow, that is milk. And its quality is determined by what and how you feed the cow. The earth is carrot. There is a stick and carrot approach to dealing with the earth and the people of the earth. Whoa. Alright. The message continued explaining the moral of the story. So he didn't just break it down, he also gave me a moral to the story. The earth will yield her increase to you both as a living thing, a cow, and as a non living thing, a shoe. The quality of both is determined by you, what you say and do. Needless to say, my shock was profound. I screamed. I said, Sirema, which, for those unfamiliar, is a term we use to express a sudden realization of profound insights. The person who wrote this broke down, the person who wrote this breakdown, pardon me, even admitted to laughing at their own interpretation. He said, even me, I'm laughing at what I wrote. I explained to them why this response shocked me. As a language student, and the same with Bolu, the lack of punctuation and proper grammar made the meme look like a long rambling sentence. But this person, not being a language student, had taken that rambling sentence and turned it into nuggets of wisdom. And here's what he says. He said, and I, as a non language student, I have taken that long running sentence, as you say, and turned it into nuggets. So, what did this exchange do for me? It left me with a powerful lesson and understanding that our understanding or what we think we are experts in can sometimes limit us. We judge based on what we know, and in doing so, we might miss out on new perspectives and insights. So, what's the takeaway from this story? It is simple. Don't let what you know stand in the way of what you should know or what you can know. Be open to new interpretations, be open to new understandings, be open to new wisdom, even if it's coming from the most unexpected places. Or one of the reasons that, for example, we're taking this journey, this campaign of Fight for Life, is from a conversation that I had with my 13-year-old. Is a boy. I've talked about him countlessly on the show, and then where he was trying to tell me what happened in class. A girl had pushed at a boy in his class, and the boy was holding himself back from fighting with the girl, and excuse me, and the girl everybody kept saying to the boy, "You can't touch her. Is she's a girl." And my son said he felt some death of anger, and I'm like, "Okay, why do you feel so angry?" He said, "Not maybe not anger. It was just some sort of displeasure." And he said, "Mummy," I said, "Yes." "Everyone is teaching the girl how to fight." I said, "Yes." "Who is teaching the boy how not to start the war?" And I'm like, "Okay, what? How not to start the war?" Is that so I asked, I continued the conversation. I'm like, "Okay, so how do you mean how not to start the war?" He said, "Well, I in the little that I know, like I said, it's 13. Most men are built to fight, to protect, and all of that. But the power is in when a man knows not to start a war at all." And he ended with something that was so profound, at least to me. He said that if men are raised to be men, women will enjoy being women. Right? Like I said, wisdom can come from so so many places if we allow for that wisdom to teach us, if we stay in the moment, if we try uh to engage the things that come our way. I was saying the other day to some people that prejudices could simply, I think it's something that I posted way back on Facebook. Prejudices are simply uneducated perspectives, all right? And I'm thinking that if we could take time and not take time to understand other people's perspectives and work with these perspectives as we try to engage life, we probably will have less gender wars. We have less anger, less judgment, less prejudices, because most of these wars that we're all trying to fight, no one knows exactly how it started. We've just been passed down, or things, wars, ideas, concepts have been passed down to us, and we just take them. And then we go to school. And when we go to school, we have all of our teachers from primary, from secondary, and then we have parents who are domesticating us, trying to help us live life the best way they know how to. And some of them get it right, some of them do not get it right. And then we are thrown into the world trying to try to make sense of what other people are also thinking. So you have what you're thinking and you have what others are thinking. This experience taught me a valuable lesson. Often, that what we know, or areas of the expertise that we are in, can cloud our judgment and prevent us from seeing things from a different perspective. By taking a moment to understand the why behind something or someone, we can gain insights that we might otherwise miss. So, the next time you encounter so the next time you encounter something that doesn't make immediate sense to you, pause. Ask yourself why. Seek to understand the deeper meaning before making a judgment. You might be surprised at the wisdom that you uncover. I must say a big thank you to Oluwatunmise Obakoya, who sent this meme that sent me on a scent of thoughts, and I had the thoughts coming in. And of course to Elisius Olaoluwa, who also gave his thoughts. He was the one who broke down that name for me in a way that has and I promised him that I was going to write about it, and I was going to probably do a short mindful musing on it. And what better way was for me to do that than today? Like I said, I can't call this a celebratory. It's 1 year of Mindfully with Tumisha, the podcast. And I'm gonna be on I'm going to take a 2 week break to step back and look at what we've done in the last 1 year and see how we can make it better. And what you can do for me while we're taking this break is also, it's just 2 weeks. I'll be back before you know it. Is to send us a text via the link that will be in the show notes, or follow us on social media, Mindfully with Tumisha on Instagram, Tumisha Okuku on Mindfully with Tumisha, of course, on Threads, on Twitter also, and of course my personal pages. All of this are in the show link, and you can also just send us a text message. Just underneath this, you will see send a text and send a message on how we can make things better. But do not forget, of course, you heard at the beginning of the show today that Mindful with Miche is putting together an event called A Fight for Life, which focuses on men's mental health and suicide prevention. If you do not know, November in some parts of Europe is called Movember. That is MBER, when brave men take a stand against, take a stand for, not against, take a for and against, if you will, are certain certain health questions for men. But in November, it focuses on prostrate and suicide prevention. And we're choosing because, of course, this is, well, Mindfully with Tumishe, to focus on suicide prevention. We will be bringing the details soon. Ola and I spoke about it on the 50th episode, but officially we're starting this campaign. Join us as we take this crucial campaign and raise awareness to save lives, because every human being I know deserves to know that they matter. But in this case, every man deserves to know that they matter. And that's it for Mindful with Michelle for this week. And I will be back in about 2 weeks. Okay. But of course, we have all our episodes streaming. Just listening to, and don't worry, I'll be posting those links of episodes that I believe would bring you some clarity, from grief to understanding stories, to understanding exactly what mental health questions and ill health is, our friendship, which we're heavy on Mindful to Miche, and we'll be talking so much more about the November event, and that is A Fight for Life. Please follow us on all our socials, Mindfully with Tumishe on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. You could also follow me personally, Tumishe O Kuku. Um, if this story, as mundane as it sounds, if you enjoyed it, please subscribe and share it with others who might find it valuable. Until next time, keep an open mind and always seek to understand the why. Love yourself, love your neighbor, love your country. Above all of this, love God. He is the essence of your being. I am Oluwatunmise Oladapo Kuku. Remember, you can send a text, follow us on social media. Until next time, stay curious.